Did you know that certain drugs can impair your memory? Memory, that elusive and fascinating aspect of our minds, is not just a simple storage unit for our experiences. It's a complex process involving various parts of the brain, with different types of memory like short-term, long-term, and muscle memory, each playing a unique role. And while it's true that factors such as aging can influence memory, it's far from being the only player in this game. Interestingly, our memory isn't just affected by the natural progression of time. Certain substances can also play a significant role in impairing our memory function. From the more commonly known culprits like alcohol and illicit drugs, to the less obvious ones such as certain medications and deficiencies, there's a wide range of substances that can leave their mark on our memory. So, what are these substances that can impair our memory? Let's dive in. To understand how drugs can impair memory, we first need to understand how memory works. Memory is a complex process involving 3 stages: encoding, storage, and retrieval. In the encoding stage, sensory input is transformed into a form that our brains can use. This raw information then gets stored, either temporarily in short-term memory or more permanently in long-term memory. Finally, retrieval involves bringing stored memories back into conscious awareness. Now imagine your brain as a vast library with billions of books. Each book represents a memory, and each page a detail of that memory. When we experience something, it's like writing a new book and placing it on a shelf. When we recall a memory, it's like finding that book in the library and reading it again. However, certain substances can interfere with this process. For instance, alcohol and drugs, including certain prescription medications, can disrupt the encoding of new memories. It's like trying to write a book while someone keeps snatching your pen away. The result? You end up with a half-finished book, or, in other words, a fragmented memory. Over time, continued use of these substances can lead to significant memory loss. Substances can also impair memory by interfering with storage and retrieval. It's as if someone is reorganizing your library while you're not looking, moving books around, or even removing them entirely. When you go to find a specific book, it's not where you left it, or it's gone altogether. This can lead to difficulties recalling information, even information that was once well known. Furthermore, certain substances can damage the brain's librarians, the neurons that help encode, store, and retrieve memories. This damage can lead to a range of memory problems, from mild forgetfulness to severe dementia. Now that we understand how memory works, let's take a look at the specific drugs that can impair it. There are several substances that can impair memory, including alcohol, certain medications, and illegal drugs. Let's start with alcohol. Consuming alcohol can lead to memory impairment, both in the short term and the long term. Short-term effects often include lapses in memory, such as forgetting conversations or events that occurred while under the influence. Long-term alcohol abuse can lead to a condition called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, characterized by severe memory loss and confusion. Now let's turn to medications. Certain prescription and over-the-counter drugs can also affect memory. These include tranquilizers, antihistamines, blood pressure drugs, and some antidepressants. These medications can interfere with the transfer of information within the brain, leading to memory loss. It's worth noting, however, that these effects are usually temporary and resolve once the medication is discontinued or adjusted. Finally, illegal drugs. Substances like marijuana, cocaine, and methamphetamines can lead to significant memory impairment. For instance, heavy marijuana use can interfere with the brain's ability to form new memories. Cocaine and methamphetamines, on the other hand, can cause damage to the brain's memory center, leading to difficulty recalling past events and learning new information. Each of these substances affects memory differently, and the effects can vary widely from person to person. Factors such as the amount consumed, the frequency of use, and a person's individual physiology can all influence the degree of memory impairment. It's important to remember that while these substances can have a significant impact on memory, they are not the sole cause of memory loss. Age, stress, sleep deprivation, and various medical conditions can also contribute to memory impairment. But these aren't the only substances that can affect your memory. Let's take a look at some less well-known culprits. There are also less well-known substances that can impair memory, including heavy cigarette smoking, severe stress, and vitamin B12 deficiency. Let's delve a little deeper into these less recognized memory culprits. Starting with heavy cigarette smoking, Most of us are aware that smoking is harmful to our lungs. But did you know it can also wreak havoc on your memory? Yes, indeed. The nicotine found in cigarettes decreases blood flow to the brain, which can lead to cognitive impairment and memory loss over time. This is because the brain requires a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood to function optimally, and anything that disrupts this supply can potentially harm our memory. Next up, we have severe stress. It's no secret that stress can make us feel scattered and forgetful, but the impact of chronic severe stress on memory can be even more profound. Stress triggers the release of the hormone cortisol, which in high amounts can impair the function of the hippocampus, a part of the brain key in forming and retrieving memories. Over time, this can lead to significant memory issues. Finally, let's talk about vitamin B12 deficiency. This vital nutrient is crucial for the health of our nerve cells and the production of DNA. When there's not enough B12 in the body, nerve cells can get damaged, and this can lead to memory problems. The scary part is that B12 deficiency can often go unnoticed, as the symptoms can be quite subtle, such as fatigue and slight confusion. Now you might be wondering, why haven't I heard of these before? Well, while they may not be as notorious as substances like alcohol or drugs, they are just as capable of causing memory impairment. And the real danger lies in their commonality. Many of us smoke, experience stress, or have diets lacking in essential nutrients, without realizing the potential impact on our memory. So now that we know about these substances and their effects on memory, what can we do to protect our memories? Well, stay tuned as we explore that very important question in the next scene. Fortunately, there are steps you can take to protect your memory. Just as a precious artifact is carefully preserved, so too should we safeguard our memories. One of the best ways to do this is by maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This means eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods provide the essential nutrients our brain needs to function optimally. Physical activity is another key factor in preserving memory. Regular exercise, especially aerobic exercises like walking, running, or swimming, improves blood flow to the brain and promotes the growth of new brain cells. Don't forget about mental exercise too. Engaging in activities that challenge your brain, such as puzzles, reading, or learning a new skill, can help keep your memory sharp. Avoiding harmful substances is also crucial in protecting your memory. This includes illicit drugs and excessive alcohol, which can damage brain cells and lead to memory loss. Even substances that seem harmless, like over-the-counter sleep aids, can impair memory if used excessively. Remember, moderation is key. Stress management is another essential step in memory protection. Chronic stress can damage the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for forming new memories. So, take time to relax, meditate, or do activities you enjoy to reduce stress. Regular checkups with your healthcare provider are also important. Many medical conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and depression can affect memory function. Early detection and treatment of these conditions can help protect your memory. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. Quality sleep is essential for memory consolidation, the process of storing new information in the brain, so make sure you're getting enough rest each night. Our memory is not just a storage unit for past events, but a living, breathing part of who we are. It's a collection of experiences, knowledge, and skills that shape our identity. So, take these steps to protect it. Remember, your memory is a precious resource. Protect it well. In conclusion, while certain drugs and substances can impair memory, it's not a foregone conclusion. We've journeyed through the complex corridors of the human mind, exploring how substances like alcohol, drugs, and even heavy smoking can lead to memory impairment. We've also shed light on the less-known substances that can affect our cognitive abilities, and how seemingly unrelated factors like sleep deprivation, stress, and certain deficiencies can play a part. But more importantly, we've underscored that memory loss isn't an inevitable part of aging. There are steps we can take to protect our memory and keep our minds sharp. From maintaining a balanced diet and regular exercise routine, to ensuring we get enough sleep and keep stress levels in check, we have the power to safeguard our cognitive health. So, keep your mind sharp, your body healthy, and your memory intact. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.